Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your January 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Aries and take a look at all things related to career, finances, income, abundance, and money. So just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Aries, Happy New Year. We have a lot going on. So whatever you are doing regarding your career, your finances, whether it's a seed that has recently been planted within you, whether you've already started to make the shift, or you are in a dream job, whatever it is for you, you're on the right path. And I feel that 2023 is going to be a very beautiful, prosperous year for you. Now, right away, you have the gears card showing up. This is about money flow. It is about you gearing up, putting in that hard work, putting plans into motion. This is about manifesting your dreams by putting them into action here. So some of you may be building up your career, building up a business. Something here is taking off. And I feel that you have really wonderful ideas. You have great inspiration here. You're feeling motivated. This is also about a sense of security for you. Now, some of you have taken some time off, or you may even be taking some additional time off in January, whether you're going on a business trip. It could be pleasure. It could be professional. Some of you may be looking at things differently here. And I feel the positivity of wealth. And the reason why I say that is because you have the clover right in the middle here. And this is about you taking a risk, taking a chance on yourself. This is about you catching that lucky break. Some of you have been looking for a new income source, a new career, or you've been looking to build up your business. I do feel that you are channeling divine energy. You are channeling some really great ideas this month, and it may surprise you. Even though it talks about work surprises, I'm sensing here that it's almost as an energy of, I can't believe how good I feel. I can't believe the motivation or how much I'm getting done. January can be one of those months that you tend to look at new goals. You tend to feel that motivation to get going. Also, I'm sensing the shift within you has been changing over the last few months, and you're ready to take something to the next level. This is about good fortune, taking a chance, taking a gamble, taking a risk on yourself, your finances, what it is that you do to make a living. Some of you may feel like this is risky business here, but I feel that if you put yourself out there, it's like they always say, fortune favors the brave. So you're ready to take that leap of faith. It wouldn't surprise me to see the Fool card showing up for you, even the Judgment card, because I feel like you're changing your life for the better, or a whole lot of aces, Aries. Now, lastly here, showing up in your near future, we have the Treasure. This is about having that mindset of abundance, an attitude here of gratitude and an abundant mindset. This is about worry-free finances. It is about money in reserve, excess, having more than enough, or having enough for you to live comfortably. For others of you, I feel like there is a significant raise. There's a significant increase in what it is that you've done. So for example, let's say that you've started a YouTube channel. Some of you may see a really big jump this month. For others of you, you may see an increase in sales if you create items and sell them. For others of you, if you're looking for a job or a promotion or to relocate, I sense that there is a higher level of pay. There's a higher level of some sort of increase, whatever that may be for you. If it's an increase in viewers, in clients, in money, whatever that may be, you're on the path to abundance. Now, what we have here is a career possibly in sales. You may be the executive, the CEO, the manager of your company. This is also about planning the next steps, planning your 2023. I am sensing here that some of you may be deciding to have quarterly or set yourself up for quarterly goals that you can check in with yourself. I'm also getting mastermind. So this could be a group of you coming together to work on your goals together. Some of you may join a masterminds class, a workshop, or create your own. It's just an energy of like-minded individuals coming together to create something beautiful. It's that Three of Pentacles energy. And this is about hidden talents as well. And if you did happen to listen to the end of the year readings that were put out recently, or that were put out for you in December, depending on when you're watching this, I do sense that a lot of you are really tuning into your gifts, your skills, and your talents because you are ascending. And when we ascend, we have clear access to our higher self. Our higher self has access to our blueprint. The reason why we came here on earth to have these human experiences. The blueprint has access to our gifts, our talents, the things that we want to take into this earthly realm. So yes, a lot of you are opening up this treasure chest within you, and it may surprise you. Some of you, your gifts may come in quite quickly, especially if you are in some sort of spiritual work, spiritual path, if you are an inspirational leader, an influencer, anything of that nature, a healer. Now, it doesn't even have to be a metaphysical or holistic healer. You may be a nurse. You may work behind the scenes. Maybe you work in insurance, anything of that nature. I feel like your gifts are starting to really open up, and you may switch the trajectory that which you were on in the past. You may be deciding to go in a new way, and you're taking a chance, and that chance, Aries, is really going to pay off in a big way. So let's dive into your reading here and take a look at what is the heart of the matter for January 2023. What is going on for you, January 2023? Oh, I love this. I love this. A lot of you are going to think, Melissa, you're crazy. Why do you love the Tower? The Tower is a whole shakeup. And that's what I've been talking about here. This Tower is about things happening for you to break down from the old traditions, the old beliefs, the old way of doing things. Aries, this is ultimately going to benefit you in a big way. And it's going to be this lucky break, but you must take a risk and let something go. Let something fall to the wayside here. Because if there's a resistance, there may be challenge. There may be less flow that's happening and occurring for you. But if you're able to embrace this beautiful change, the gifts that are coming in, if you are able to take a chance on yourself, on your career, on your world, basically, the gears are going to get going here. So there may have been a situation that occurred in the recent past that really left you thinking about change, moving in a new direction, relocating, leveling up, or going in a new path. And that's what this Tower is all about. So I like to see that this is showing up for you, because when this Tower comes up, it means that you are shattering the old way of doing and entering into a new paradigm, a new shift, a new frequency here. And that's what that Tower represents. I love this. So we're going to take a dive and clarify. What do we want to use to clarify the Tarot of the Mystical Moments? Now, I won't clarify every single card, but the ones that are a little bigger we'll dive into. So let's take a look and get a little bit more about this Tower. I feel, thank you, Spirit. Spirit just gave me a major awakening, and this is wonderful because, again, if you did happen to tune into your end of the year readings, and if you haven't, definitely want to check that out. I do talk about a higher level of consciousness and awakening on a whole. That's what's happening for you. Now let's take a look. Four of Swords. You have been going through a lot of inner healing. You have been shifting your belief system, possibly from lack of to I am worthy of. Okay, instead of scarcity or poverty conscious, I am wealthy. And it's more than just the words, of course, but it's about you shifting that belief and actually believing that you are worthy of achieving these great levels of success. Okay, the Four of Swords says that there may be a little bit of downtime. We see that coming in. We have taken time off. This is the recent past. So some of you may have taken vacation, holiday, time off, or you may have taken a trip, maybe traveled as well. But I feel like you are coming back stronger. You have hit that reset button here, and you are finding out that overthinking, overworking, ignoring signs of rest, or even at times not feeling that motivation or feeling apathy here. I sense that you are doing what you can, or what you've already done here, to rest and recuperate in order for you to hit the ground running in January of 2023. So this is a really powerful card to have. Four of Swords is about renewal. It is about healing. It's about self-love, taking a break, catching your breath, regrouping. Because after this period of downtime, if you've already had this, Aries, whether it's happened in December or even early January, I do feel that things are really going to start to flow here in a positive new way. But you needed this downtime. And this downtime for you, it may have been also a lapse in employment. It could have been that you've been looking for a new job. For others of you, you may have went through a little bit of a lull or a slow period, possibly towards the end of 2022, or you were overworking. You really put something to the grindstone to hit some accomplishments for 2022. And then you're allowing yourself to give yourself that break, that rest that's much needed. And then after that period, then I see here that you are going through some major change, and it's going to bring good fortune. So I like that this is showing up here for you. Let's take a look at what's crossing your energy, Aries, in January for career. What's crossing your energy here? Okay, Eight of Wands. There's a lot of movement here, especially towards the mid to the end of the month. So allow yourself, if you need to take a little bit of the downtime for yourself. If you have been working really hard, I do sense that you might take a week or two at the beginning of January to recoup, and then you're gonna again hit the ground running. There's a reset button that's needed. Now for others of you, there may have been a delay, or it may seem like there's a delay, but really, like I always say, it's like that bow and arrow. Before you, that arrow goes forward, you must pull back. So I feel that there must be a pullback period for you. If you've already had that, get ready, because things are going to start to move quickly for you. If you haven't, I feel like it's vital. It's very important for you to get this rest so you can really hit those goals and you can feel at your best. The Eight of Fire here is the Eight of Wands. Now this Eight of Wands showing up as a challenge, it's saying here that some of you may be questioning, relocating, traveling, movement. There also could be some delay at the beginning of the month if there is travel, just to let you know. Double check. We will be in, I believe, Mercury retrograde at this time as well. So just make sure you're double checking, you're showing up at a decent time, and that pretty much you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's, because there could be a few delays, but don't let that get the best of you or get you down, because I still feel that you will be able to make great progress. Now let's take a look here and see what's below you. What's the foundation here for Aries? What's in the deep past? We have the Seven of Earth, Seven of Pentacles. So a lot of you really working hard to achieve success. But when the Seven of Earth, which is the Seven of Pentacles, this says here that you may have thought that you wanted to go in a new direction. Maybe you wanted to give up because plans weren't working as quickly as you would like to see them. Spirit is saying here, you're coming close to harvest. Don't give up. I feel that a lot of you with this Seven of Pentacles is saying here, you must be patient. You will have a return on any investments that you are putting into yourself, whether it's education, whether it is self-development, whether you are growing a practice, growing a business, deciding to take a new job, relocate, advance, become a manager, a CEO, or someone of the top tier here. The Seven of Earth says don't give up on those dreams, because I feel like you're closer than you think. You are hitting that lucky break. Now, some of you, again, I'm getting a level of shock, a level of surprise. It's almost as if you can't believe that something had happened, because maybe you've been waiting on it for so long that there was a subconscious belief that maybe it would take even longer or it wouldn't happen. And then boom, it's as if maybe that second half of January, even into February, the game really starts to shift up for you. So I do sense some sort of level of shock or a level of surprise, but it's going to be for the better. Let's take a look at the recent past and see what's going on in the recent past. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Like I said, the 10 of Pentacles here, you are in the right frame of mind. So if you are feeling that energy of abundance and success and wealth, long-term growth, longevity, the 10 of Pentacles says that you are getting your ducks in a row here as you navigate into this new chapter of your career, new chapter of your life. Now, some of you may have recently decided when you wanted to retire. Some of you have made some major shifts when it does come to how you save for retirement as well. But this 10 of Pentacles is about stability, financial security, wealth, abundance. Some of you are building a legacy that is going to impact not just the people around you, but the people that enter your lives are impacted by what it is that you do for a living. Many of you are here to help. Many of you are here to help uplift humanity. And you will be leaving your imprint here on earth. So the 10 of Earth says you're starting to shift perspectives and you're starting to think long term. Perhaps you've always thought long term, but sometimes we get really shaken up by instability or because of maybe the pandemic or economic crisis, that we tend to let those fears come in and we don't always think long term. We think about the challenges and struggles or financial difficulties or setbacks that we go through right in the moment. But I do sense that you're starting to think more long term, that whatever path you are on is going to take you into retirement and some. Now, I do feel for a lot of you as well, there's some sort of regenerative income or income that continuously shows up here, even possibly after retirement. For example, if you sell a book, you can get profit from that for a while after. Or if you are in real estate, or there's just something here that I feel additional residual money coming in long after you've produced. So some of you, it could be a course or a workshop, a seminar, something of that nature as well. I am getting high technology. So Aries, some of you may be really climbing up within technology or social media, something of that nature as well. Now let's dive into the potential. What's above you? What is coming in here for you? Page of Cups, beautiful. Page of Cups is a message. It is news. It is a brand new opportunity to chase your bliss. I love this. When this Page of Cups shows up, and I was actually seeing this earlier for you, I was thinking it was either going to show up in the potential or possibly in the environment, because I feel like good news is on the way. And you have this clover here. So again, something possibly even unexpected for a lot of you. You may get news from maybe someone that you used to work with, or it could be someone, I'm kind of getting an influencer or someone of higher up that may surprise you or shock you. But I feel that this Tower comes as a good surprise. I really do. Even though it's not the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like this is something that's going to create a turning point in your life, shattering of the old to make way for new. Some of you may be told that your company is relocating to a new place, and it shocks you at first, but it could be the best thing that ever happens. For others of you, you may be, again, a business owner, and you may have some divine moments of creativity and ideas that you decide to implement, and it takes your business in a whole new direction. Now, when this Page of Cups shows up here for you, this is news that brings you almost tears of joy, tears of happiness. There's a moment here, not just a moment, but I feel an opportunity that's going to really stir up your feelings here in a positive way. It may shake you up at first, but I do sense that there is a lot of emotion because it's something that either you've wanted to do, it's some sort of praise or recognition that you're finally getting here, Aries, or you're just able to go off finally in this direction that you've wanted to go for quite some time. Let's take a look and clarify the Page of Cups, please, for Aries. What do we have here? Three of Wands, new opportunities. There's growth here. There's expansion. Finally, a return on your investment, which we talked about here earlier. So when this Three of Wands shows up, this says here that your optimism, your patience, your hard work is really paying off. Don't take your eye off the prize, because what's happening is I feel like just when maybe you were about to give up or feel like it was impossible or your dreams were out of reach, boom, comes this new opportunity for you that comes a little bit out of the blue, but it's going to bring about a lot of success, a lot of happiness. Let's take a look and see what's showing up in the near future. What's coming in? We see that treasure chest. We see money coming in, some sort of excess money or an overabundance. It could even be that you get a loan paid off. There could be some sort of surprise element to money being back paid, owed. Let's take a look here. Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. Look at this. You go from the Seven of Earth, the 10 of Earth, and you have the 9 of Earth here. So those dreams that you had for yourself in the recent past here with the 10 of Earth, you are achieving success. The 9 of Earth here, which is the 9 of Pentacles, and you have a lot of Pentacles, 3 of them so far showing up for you. This is about you creating a life that you love, a life that you are proud of. You're finally really tapping in to your soul purpose, what you came here on earth to experience. You have been on the right track, Aries. A lot of you felt like you've maybe taken a detour. Maybe you felt like you fell off the wagon in a sense, or that you've struggled financially, whatever that may be for you. But remember, you were just having that human experience, and you may feel like you're more aligned with your goals, with your desires, with what it is that you came here to do, more so now than you have in the past. When this 9 of Earth shows up for you, this is about safety, security, self-sufficiency. It's about you achieving your goals, and it's about a well-earned and a well-deserved reward. And that's ultimately what's coming in for you, a well-earned, deserved reward. I love this. Let's take a look at what that is for you. What is this well-earned reward? We kind of already have. It could be news of a new job. It could be a bonus, a raise. It could be a loan that's been paid off, some sort of, I'm getting real estate, could be home as well if you've been looking, because we're talking not just career, but this is money, abundance, wealth. Some of you may have been wanting to buy or sell a home, and I just got that as well. The Empress, powerful. This is about you feeling like a goddess, or a god for some of you, but this is about you feeling your power, you feeling your light, again, you feeling your soul purpose. When this Empress energy shows up, this is the card of abundance, okay? And it's the card of creativity. It's the card of not just fertility, because you're giving life. I feel like you are finally birthing something into the world. It doesn't have to be a physical birth. Some of you, maybe it is, but for others of you, this is about you've been in that gestation period in the past. You have been trying to grow something, and it may have been a lot longer than 9 months for some of you. It's been years, but finally, I feel like you're ready to give birth. You're ready to take this this new idea, whatever it is that you've been nurturing and growing within you. You're ready to take it to the next level, and you deserve this because you've been putting a lot of work and energy into it. So very powerful. I love this for you. Let's take a look and see how you are feeling. How are you doing, Aries? This is all about your energy here. Yes, Spirit? Okay. Hanged Man. Yep. Hanged Man. You may notice, Aries, that the way that you view things now is completely different from how you viewed them even a month ago, even 6 months ago, a year ago. Excuse me. The way that you view things are almost complete opposite. Instead of seeing that glass as half empty, instead of seeing missed opportunities, instead of seeing something stalled, halted, or not growing, you're finally seeing that things are shifting for you for the better. I really love this showing up for you because you finally see the shift that is happening in your outer world because you've been going through the inner changes. And like I've said, a lot of us, well, all of us are raising our frequencies, raising our level of consciousness where we're able to tune in to our higher selves and we're able to tap in and remember our sole reason of being here on earth. And that's what's happening here for you. That's what this is all about. The Hanged Man is about releasing control. It is about not feeling stuck, not feeling like you are in limbo. It is about finally gaining the new perspective regarding career, finances, money, and wealth. You've been on this trajectory for quite some time, but I feel like you're finally ready to, again, give birth to something new here that's been culminating within you for quite some time. And now you can see that it's paying off. And you maybe you weren't able to see that in the past for whatever reason. Maybe you felt blocked to your higher self. For others of you, you just have been really struggling financially for a while. For others of you, there may have been a job loss. There may have been, a tower moment that really shook your world. But you have the King of Cups here. You have not only matured, Aries, but you've grown emotionally. Okay, when this King of Cups shows up, and this is the feminine version of the King of Cups. So this is about receptivity. It's about loving yourself. It's about you being able to go on a path that is not only helpful to others, but it helps your soul as well. So that's where you are heading, and that's what you have on your mind. So whatever it is that you're doing, I feel like it's coming from a place of service, you wanting to service and help others, and in return, it helps you out as well. This is about emotional fulfillment. Some of you are healers, doctors, nurses, holistic practitioners, chiropractors, massage therapists. You may be even in the retail beauty industry because you want to help other people feel good about themselves. Now, it doesn't mean that if you are in a career path where you are maybe a grocery store bagger or an accountant or, in insurance, it doesn't mean that, you're not emotionally evolving. You absolutely are. But I feel that some of you may have this strong pull to do something that is more fulfilling on that heart level. Okay, and some of you have been through a lot, but I feel that there's a shift in energy that's going to allow you to really chase your dreams and go in this new direction because you're seeing it from a new perspective with this Hanged Man. All right, Aries, let's take a look at the environment. What's going on around you? What do we have here for Aries? Environment, please. Oh, I love this. We have the Emperor. This is even better than that Page of Cups showing up. The Emperor is some big boss energy. This is you. This is about you stepping into your power. This is about you claiming your freedom. This is about you liberating yourself, you being the boss, you being in charge of your own destiny. Whether you work for someone else or work for yourself, you're climbing up. And this is all about advancement. Finally, you're catching that lucky break. You're going to receive some sort of news, a message, something here that really makes you feel like you are a boss. So when this Emperor energy shows up, this is also, for some of you, you may be getting news from someone of higher authority, whether it is a boss, whether it's a CEO, government agencies, someone who has that power to make decisions, okay? Someone who has that control, whether that is you or someone coming in to give you some answers or deliver some news towards you. It is a very powerful energy. Let's take a look and clarify this Emperor for you. I feel like this is a lot of you stepping into your own power, but it doesn't mean that there is not someone else higher up that is coming in as well. Let's take a look and clarify this Emperor. Oh my gosh, you can't make that up. Both of those. Oh, I love it. You have here the Three of Pentacles. We said that in the very beginning of your reading. Remember I said that there are supportive people. This is about coming together to create a life that you love as well. You have the Three of Pentacles followed by the Sun. Wow. So some of you may be combining with another business, with another corporation, with new clients that help your business grow, with new people. This is about coming together. So the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration and teamwork that's going to allow you a lot of abundance. I mean, wow. You are getting the best cards. So again, that tower right away coming out for you. Sometimes you see the tower and you're thinking, oh no, but really your surrounding cards point that this tower is for the better. That reason you lost that job in the past, that reason you had to go through that financial struggle, the reason you lost everything and had to start again is for you to take this next chapter of your life and run with it. I'm getting that song and it's come up before in readings, Take the Money and Run. So I feel like you are living, you're starting to head on that path of living your best life. Okay, you really, really are. And this is about a life of abundance. You have now 2 cards, well 3 if you include the Emperor here, well 4 with the 9 of Earth, but you really have a lot of cards about abundance. I mean, the Sun combined with the Emperor and the Empress is all about prosperity. It's all about success and happiness and enjoying being in the spotlight. For a lot of you, being in the spotlight. If you are a social media influencer, or if you do something where you are in the spotlight, perhaps you've been really wanting to catch a lucky break. Some of you, maybe you're actors, you're actresses, you're writers, screenwriters, authors, something of that nature, and you've been waiting for months, days, years, for a long time to catch your lucky break. I feel like there's a really powerful energy this month for you. Let's see what your hopes and fears are, Aries. What are your hopes and what are your fears? What do we have here, please, for Aries? Patience. Doesn't surprise me, Aries. We can all be at times a little bit impatient, right? That's part of the human experience, is patience and impatience, right? We all love that word. You don't want things to stay stalled, stuck, or have to wait forever for your dreams. I mean, who does, right? But please do know that there is no instant quick fix. Okay, there's no instant really quick gratification. The reason why you are catching this lucky break is because you've created your own luck here, Aries. You have been putting in the work, whether you see it or not. You have. Okay, whether you want to believe that you had a partake in this lucky moment, this good news coming in, you've had to put yourself out there and meet the universe halfway. So the fear here is staying, stuck, which I don't see that happening for you. When this Temperance card shows up, this is all about self-control. It is about patience, moderation. It is about compromise as well. But I feel that you are no longer compromising. Okay, you may have in the past, you may have said, well, I'm going to have to work in this job until that one's available, or I'll have to do this in my business until I can figure out ways to bring in new income. Or, I feel like there was a compromise, but I feel like not that you're never going to have to compromise again a day in your life, but I'm just sensing that you no longer have to compromise what it was that you may have in the past. So very powerful energy here for you. All right, let's take a look at the final outcome. What is the final outcome for Aries, January 2023? I just love saying that. Sometimes when you go into the new year, you're still saying 2022. Even when you write it out on paper, you're still saying that sometimes. I feel that a lot of you are going to really embrace the energy of 2023 so much that it's going to come out second nature. It's going to come out for you almost in a way of like you're ready. You've been ready for this year to show up. A lot of you, this is going to be a magical year. So you have 2 cards showing up as your final outcome. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't even need to clarify this. I will clarify it, but I love this ending. You have Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands energy, which is a very powerful, beautiful card about inspiration, chasing those dreams. It is about desire, passion, inspiration. It's about setting goals, being creative, being optimistic, being inventive. It is about you feeling like you have a new sense of purpose, a new sense of drive. Finally feeling after a time of creative block, burnout, or lack of motivation or energy that you have what it takes to succeed, move forward, and take that next step. How do I know that you're going to get something off the ground? Because your next card following this, which they came out together, is the Messenger of Earth. This is the Knight of Pentacles. So slow and steady wins the race here. That's why you have patience coming in, something that you've been really working hard towards. Remember that Empress energy, something that you have been gestating, growing within you for quite some time, whether it's an idea, whether it's a book, whether you've been looking to manifest a new business opportunity, whatever that is, you are taking action towards, and you finally are seeing physical evidence of that in this 3D realm here on Earth. Because Messenger of Earth is the Pentacles. The Pentacles are the earthly finances, material gains, prosperity. You're feeling good about it. Combined with this Ace of Wands says that this is long term. Okay, again, it's not instant success, but you're definitely heading in that direction. That if you stick with this, Aries, that this is going to be something bigger than you could have ever imagined. Okay, if you stick with what it is that you are doing, whether it's still within you a thought, whether it is something you are deciding to do in 2023, these new goals, new creativities, new inventions, new discoveries, if you continue to play them out, which I feel like you will, you're taking action here. Even though it's not action that's immediately going to, boom, blow you into the next ballpark of making 100K more a year, I feel that if you continue on this path, which you will, you're going to be very, very successful. You have here the treasure, which is showing up. Remember what that treasure is here. Excess, money in reserve. It is about hidden talents as well as worry-free finances. So a very, very powerful ending to your reading here. I absolutely love this. I feel like we don't need to pull clarifiers, but I will. I'll just pull here and clarify this Ace of Wands combined with the Knight of Pentacles. Let's take a look and get one more card just to clarify that combination, please, for Aries. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. What do we have here for Aries? Okay, Page of Swords. Spirit is saying here, stay curious, stay inquisitive, stay optimistic. What it is that you are wanting and what it is that you are chasing will come to you here. And the Page of Swords is about a message as well. Some of you may be graduating, leveling up, taking it to the next level, which we've been talking about here. The Knight of Swords says, don't be too impulsive. Even though there's a lot of excitement, a lot of energy heading towards it, you may want to do many things at once, but sometimes when we get so excited, we get ahead of ourselves and we may miss important steps along the way. So allow yourself to enjoy the process. Take a little bit of time because you're moving, but also make sure that your heart is in it fully, okay? You have here, again, the King of Cups. You're breaking free from restrictions. Whatever you felt confined to with the Seven of Wands, you're finally non-conforming and taking your own path, whatever that may look like to you. Things may happen quite quickly for you, especially towards the end of the month, which will lead to a lot of celebrations. Three of Cups here. We have the Nine of Pentacles, which is showing up again for you. It's also showing up in the near future and in your outcome. So creating a life that you love, that for some of you could be success and fame. For others of you, this is you heading towards a life that is very healing, very therapeutic to others, towards yourself. This Star card is about your dreams manifesting. It is about inspiration, hope, guidance, and positivity. That is the direction that you are heading. Oh, I just love this reading. You're the first career reading out so far. And Aries, I have a feeling that a lot of you are feeling this shift and you are ready to take something here to the next level. All right, let's take a look and get a message here from the Wisdom of the Oracle. I will read to you the prosperity message from the guidebook. What do we have here for Aries, please? Aries. Mending, 52, mending. This is also when you add 5 and 2, that equals 7, Chariot energy. A lot of you are healing and recovering from financial situations, okay? You're definitely mending. You're on that mend. I feel like you're on that upward trend as well. Card 52. Let's just take a look at what this means for you. This is about making amends. And when it comes to your prosperity, it says everyone makes mistakes, especially when you want something very badly. You may come to realize that in chasing after a pretty shiny thing, you lost sight of long-term sustainable prosperity. But you're getting back on track because we talked about that long-term stability here. It says sometimes we make choices that look good at first, but ultimately lead to loss or failure. It's time to forgive yourself and others. Don't blame anyone or yourself, because you, Aries, you get to start again, wiser and more mature, which we talked about that level of maturity as well. It says, let's see here. The journey to true abundance can be bumpy. Make amends to anyone you may have hurt along the way, especially yourself. Forgive those who may have taken advantage of you. Let go and learn from this. You are now that much closer to achieving the kind of prosperity that truly and really fulfills you. Nothing is ever lost or wasted when you view it from this perspective. Check this out. You have perspective showing up here in your energy. So you are viewing, like we said in the very beginning, you are viewing these situations, these human experiences that you've endured in the past, and you're coming to that realization of why they've happened. Okay, and you're growing from them. You're mending. I feel because you are seeing it from this new perspective internally allows your outer world to shift. And there's a sense of, again, forgiveness, mending, and healing, and letting the old kind of not dismantle, but kind of taking the old of what did not work and letting that go so you can bring in some new energy here. And that's what's happening. I like this for you. It kind of clarifies that long-term growth, longevity. All right. Now we're going to get a few messages from your spirit animals. Now at this time, Aries, I just ask if you can, close your eyes, take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And I want you to tune into your third eye chakra. The third eye chakra is located in the forehead region between the eyes. And I want you, Aries, to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps this animal is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or one that's visited through your dreams. There is no right or wrong answer, Aries. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animal or animals in the comment box below. And I personally will enter you into that free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one lucky winner around the first of each month. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. All right, we have Beaver Spirit. The beaver showing up is all about laying a solid foundation. You have already, I feel like you've already laid this strong foundation because you have the Emperor showing up here in your energy. So a lot of you have already done the solid foundation work. And this is the type of foundation that is going to grow because you have the Tower here. And sometimes the Tower is about shaking up that foundation. Well, it's always about shaking it up. So you're starting to lay that groundwork that no matter what happens in the future, Aries, regardless of what financial struggles or challenges or anything that may come your way, your foundation is strong. It's based on a higher level of beliefs. It's based on higher frequencies as well, a positive type of energy and a new perspective that you weren't able to see in the past. So you're laying a solid foundation that is going to bring about more abundance, especially long term. You have the scarab beetle. Magic works through you. January is a very magical time. 2023 is a very, very magical year in its sense. A lot of you are feeling divinely inspired. You're feeling highly creative to go in a new direction. I say go for it. Go all in. Take a risk on yourself. You will catch that lucky break that you wanted because, again, you create your own luck. So if you take a risk and take a chance on yourself, on your career, on your finances, on your success, you will be so grateful you did. And it's also 5 and 2 equals 7. So you again have 52 and 52. Once you heal this old way of thinking and you change this perspective, which I feel like you currently are, things are going to get moving. Chariot energy talks about success. So magic works through you. 52 showing up twice. You may be 52. You may have a birthday on the 5th, the 2nd, or the 7th as well. All right, we also have White Raven, trust in the magic. Trust in the magic here. This is about you. You have 2 cards that are talking about magic. Not only does magic work through you, but trust in it as well. Trust that your ideas can be profitable. Trust that your intuition is leading you towards a new direction here. You have what it takes to succeed. A lot of you already are succeeding. A lot of you have already made these changes. Trust in divine detours. Okay, there is something showing up here for you, especially towards mid to end of January, where you're taking a detour. Trust in it because it's going to be powerful. Okay, I really love this showing up for you. Now, last but not least here, Aries, we are going to get a message from the crystal spirits. We'll see which crystal, gemstone, fossil, or mineral that you can work with in the month of January 2023 that'll help you towards achieving prosperity. What do we have here for Aries? We have aquamarine, card 7. Again, you can't make this up. This is the chariot energy that we've been talking about. So again, some of you definitely are, not some, a lot of you are moving towards a high level of success, triumphant success, well earned, well deserved. This is about enhanced clarity. It's about calm discernment, awareness, and acceptance of one's truth. A lot of you are not only rediscovering your gifts that you came here on planet Earth to embrace, but you are enhancing them and you're growing them as well. And when I mean growing, it doesn't mean that, you have to build upon, but I feel like there's a remembering within you, and that in a sense seems like they're growing, but you've had them there all along. But the more you remember, the more you embrace, the more you will be able to utilize those gifts. We have here, your ability to note details benefits you right now. An aquamarine spirit will help you make calm and clear decisions. With the confidence of having the universe allied with you to co-create wealth and abundance, you can take your time. Being methodical is called for now. Those details you already checked, it's a good time to go over them again. You are poised to gain insights that will benefit you as you work to heal old patterns generated by your ego's fears, patterns that no longer serve you. Break free by exercising discernment right now, for the universe has much wisdom to share with you. You can be confident that everything you need will be right there for you. Wow. And we talked earlier in your reading as well about possibly some delays if it has to do with travel or anything maybe in the beginning of the first half of January. So double check things. Like I said, make sure that your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, basically. Just double check. But this is also talking about slow and steady. It is about going over those details, healing old patterns, which you have here with the mending. So I love how this is flowing beautifully together for you, Aries. There's going to be a lot of change, a lot of magical shifts happening for you in 2023. And I do feel that it starts for you in January. So embrace, don't resist the change, because you have the Tower coming in for a reason. The Tower is showing up here to break away the old, because the old may not have been working for you, or it's something that needs to break away so you can step into this new. Sometimes when we hang on or we resist change, that's when things get challenging in our world. That's when we feel like we're struggling most, is when we resist. When you start to go with the flow more, you're going to see that this pays off in big ways. So that is what I have for you, Aries. I absolutely love your month ahead here. You're doing great. Ace of Wands, followed by Emperor, Empress, Nine of Earth, Page of Water, Ten of Earth. I mean, you have the best cards around here. So heal old patterns that no longer serve you. Switch up that perspective. I feel like you already have been, and embrace the new you. All right, Aries, thank you so much for being here and tuning in. If you like this reading and it resonates, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Again, please do drop your power animal in the comment box below to be entered into that free monthly reading giveaway. Thank you so much for being here, Aries. Lots of love and light.